Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make numbers and legal jargon make sense with a bit of fun. Today we're diving into a fascinating report from a real estate giant Brixmor Property Group Incorporated and its operating partnership. Get ready because this filing reveals a surprising shift at the very top, and a critical question about leadership continuity is on everyone's mind. This report covers events that happened right around the middle of October 2025. Now, you might be asking, why is this particular date so important? Well, sometimes a single day in a corporate calendar can be more telling than a whole quarter of financial statements, and this filing has one of those days. We are looking at Brixmor Property Group Incorporated, often referred to simply as Brixmor, and its operating arm, Brixmor Operating Partnership, Limited Partnership. Think of the partnership as the engine that actually owns and runs the shopping centres, while the incorporated company is the parent that oversees everything. They are a big player in the world of retail real estate, owning a whole bunch of shopping centres across the United States. For those investors out there, Brixmor's common stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol BRX. This is the main stock that you'll see talked about when people discuss Brixmor's performance in the market. Now let's get to the heart of this filing, the juicy part. This section is all about changes in who is running the show. Corporate leadership changes can signal big things, so we always pay close attention here. So here is the big news. On the 16th of October 2025, Brixmor announced that their Chief Executive Officer, James M. Taylor Jr., would be taking a temporary medical leave. This started immediately on the same day the announcement was made. Whenever a CEO, especially one leading such a large company, needs to step away, it naturally raises questions about succession planning and stability. But here is where it gets interesting regarding the timing and the handling of this situation. While the announcement of Mr. Taylor's leave was made on the 16th, the board of directors had already made a crucial decision on the 15th of October. The day before, they appointed Brian T. Finnegan, who was already the President and Chief Operating Officer, to step into the CEO role on an interim basis. This was done to ensure a smooth transition and continued leadership while Mr. Taylor is away recovering. It shows that the company was prepared, or at least acted quickly, to fill the void. This next part is just about how the company communicated this news. They issued a press release on the 16th of October to make sure everyone, including investors and the public, heard about the leadership change. This is pretty standard practice to ensure everyone has the same information at the same time, which is what Regulation FD or fair disclosure is all about. Now, while the leadership news is significant, a company's financial health is always a critical piece of the puzzle for investors. Even though this report focuses on a specific event, we'll glance at the exhibits mentioned. This exhibit 99.1 is essentially the press release, and we've already discussed its contents regarding the CEO's leave and the interim appointment. It is the official, publicly released statement on the matter. And Exhibit 104 is the technical stuff for electronic filing, the interactive data that helps computers read and process the report. It doesn't tell us much on its own, so what is the story here? Brixmor Property Group Incorporated, a major retail real estate owner, is facing a temporary leadership transition. Their CEO is taking a medical leave, and their president and chief operating officer has stepped in as interim CEO. This happened very quickly, with the board making the interim appointment the day before the public announcement. Now, let's put on our investor hats and think about what this really means for Brixmor. First, the quick appointment of an interim CEO is a positive sign. It suggests that the company has a solid governance structure and was ready to move swiftly to ensure stability. Brian T. Finnegan already being president and co-O means he has deep knowledge of the company's operations and strategy, which should make the transition smoother. However, any leadership change, even a temporary one, can create uncertainty. The key question for investors will be the duration of Mr. Taylor's leave and how effective Mr. Finnegan will be in his expanded role. For a company like Brixmor, which operates in a dynamic and competitive retail landscape, consistent and strong leadership is crucial. They own many shopping centres, and their performance depends on attracting and retaining tenants, managing properties efficiently, and adapting to changing consumer habits. We didn't see specific financial numbers reported in this particular 8K filing, which is focused on reporting events, not quarterly results. However, the underlying financial health of Brixmor is always something to watch. We would typically be looking at things like rental income growth, occupancy rates, debt levels, and how well they are managing their portfolio of properties. These are the numbers that tell us if Brixmor is making smart decisions about its real estate investments and operations. For instance, a steady increase in occupancy rates would suggest they are successfully filling their spaces. A good sign. Conversely, rising vacancies could indicate challenges in attracting tenants, potentially due to market conditions or competition. The real estate market, especially retail real estate, has been through a lot in recent years with the rise of e-commerce. Companies like Brixmor need to be agile, perhaps by focusing on essential retailers, grocery-anchored centres, or even adapting spaces for new uses. The leadership stability is key to executing these strategies effectively. Looking at this situation, Brixmor seems to be handling the immediate leadership vacuum responsibly. The strength of their business will ultimately be tested by how well they navigate the market with their current leadership team, and how smoothly they transition back to full strength once Mr. Taylor returns. The market will be watching closely. Alright, that is our quick decode of Brixmor's latest report. What is your take on this CEO transition and what it might mean for Brixmor's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Corporate Decoder.